and welcome to this episode of Billy on the way back down through Norway. I've left the far north and now I am on the island chain of Lofoten. That's where I am, and I'm standing on top of a great big hill because I'm going to fish around here today. Yeah. And what are my targets? Fish, big ones. Obviously I'd love a halibut and a cod and stuff for the dinner, right? It's about 12 o'clock at night. I'm going to see if I can get a bite. I don't do it on purpose. Varying depths of water where I am. Nothing too major. It's like 12 to 15 meters of water. I have not actually fished here before, but I fished in this area before. It's about 17 years ago. It's a long time, and a lot has changed since then as well. Number one being the influx of tourists is just amazing, right? Yeah, I'm gobsmacked. You can barely find a place to fish anymore. I wanted to fish bait rods, but there's so much boat traffic that makes that nearly impossible as well. Spinning rods it is then, and hopefully I catch a good fish. I've got some clambering and climbing in my future, and let's see if we can get a fish. So I'm going to show you the gear now. Okay, so the first rod is the lighter of the two at 30 to 100 grams, and it is the Abu Salty style. Yes, got it with my Foo Fighter reel and 20 pound 8 strand mainline, 40 pound leader, 100 gram jig. Yes, that's Bill Hurley's Jigs and Tails, and I will link his site in the description. Lovely rod, like it a lot. And a good old classic of mine, the Mad Mouse Sniper XT. Yeah, 50 to 120 grams. And right now it's got 100 gram slow jig with twin assists, 6.0, and I have painted, stamped and cast it myself. Right, that's it. This one has got 35 pound mainline and a 100 pound leader. The now, okay, so up ahead you go. So down this way I think is a good way to go, he says, and then falls in a heap. Doesn't look like any mountain goes to being here before me, so there isn't a track. Anyway, yeah, we're in. Moss, no moss. Moss is dangerous, okay, in Norway. Maybe other places as well, but especially here. You don't stand on it. It's got very shallow roots when it's on a rock, and it might feel grippy in the beginning, but trust me, you're going to fall. But can we fish? There's the big question. Out in the main channel, that's where you want to be. Yeah, this will do nicely. I think I'll start with the lighter of the two setups. Okay, so this is what I got to start with, this 100 gram jig. I've seen a bit of action already. Fish pulling at it all day, but I think they were just too small to get on it. So I'm going to get it in the sea, see if it catches a behemoth for me. So a halibut would be the most fantastic thing in the world, but we'll see what happens. So we get him down, see if we get a fish in. And so I always show you the first cast going down. It's pretty hard when it's windy, but so we can guesstimate the amount of water we have at our feet. Oh, still going. Is that it? That's it. And that's about the same as everywhere else around here. 12 to 15, right? So yeah, soft plastic. Let's go see if it's first cast fish. Get hammered by a cod on the way in. Come on, Mr. Red Cod, where are you when I need you? Okay. I've been here for about an hour and I still haven't had a fish, but the tide has started to move a little bit more, and it was just coming off low when I got here, and I think now my chances might be a little bit better, but I'll just give you a shot of the beauty. Yeah, nice, right? So I'm going to keep on going until I catch a fish. I might have to move, it's getting pretty brutal. So I've checked out the water around the corner around the app, and it's really shallow, so I'm not going to bother with that at all. But I might head around to that there pier there. So that's it for here. The next time I turn the camera on, you're going to be somewhere new, hopefully exciting. So stay tuned, fish heads. So I have arrived at said pier, as I mentioned before. I was over there, No here. Yeah. It's a tradition now, this thing. Not exactly sure what I'm going to do. I might change some stuff around. Maybe get out some lighter jigs, as frightening as that might sound to some of you. I might actually try to catch a smaller fish. As if. No, never. Right, I'm gonna persist. I might change, I might. It depends how desperate I get. Right. But I still haven't got any food for tomorrow. I'm buying frozen fish today. I mean, like, I hate buying fish. Anyway, that's the way it goes. And Mr. Findus and me are fast becoming friends. At the moment, anyway. Right, so up my head you go, you know. So I'm gonna start with the 100 gram again and proceed with my Smurf like jig. A fish snatched my jig, took out a whole heap of line. Don't know what's going on here. Whatever it was, it spat it. What the hell happened there? That was really weird. Could have only been the halibut that snatched it. Has the jig come off it? Oh, it's still there. I'm going big collie. Ah, yes, at last. Bit of action hours. Oh, it's a big fish. One is it halibut? Please be a halibut. That's really strong. Oh yeah. Get it over here. Man, that whipped the line out. Is it a big pot? I think it is. It's no collie anyway. Even if I see it, I'll be happy enough. I've never had a take like that ever. That was insane. He was swimming mid-water when he took that jig. Ah, come on, don't go under there. Oh, don't do that. Oh, please. Change direction, please, buddy. Here he comes. Yeah, oh, it's a cod. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Yeah, okay. Man, he tore off. Never seen a cod do that before. Anyway, he's a nice boy. Yeah, okay. You got a gaff in him. He's a double anyway. I ain't never seen that before. That boy got some poke in him. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, double all day more. He's a beast. Yeah, that'll keep me in fish for a couple of days anyway. Nice. Just took off, he did. Fantastic stuff. Alright, get you looking at him. He's about, yeah, he's about 12. I'm going to take off my jacket before I get caught all over it. So that's him there. The first Lofoten fish anyway.
Oh,
bit of a beast. Yeah. Nice fish, right? Nice.
No, this?
Yeah. Right. So fishing for the whole day for that fish. It was worth it at the end, like, but I would prefer some other fish in between. Apart from a little tiny collie I caught. I'm going to continue because it seems like the fish might be moving in right now, and maybe there's a halibut out there for me. I'll also take him as well. I mean, it's a small fridge, but I can make space. All right, up me head you go. Yeah. Let's go down this way for a bit. Let that boogie on down to Fishy Town. Yeah. Come on, one more. Put this video to bed and me with it. So I think this is going to be it. 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm done. I have to clean that fish as well. Ugh, hate cleaning fish when I'm tired. Okay, that's it. So that's the fruits of my labours for today. 7-8 hours or something, all over this town, trying to catch myself a fish. I managed to today, a small collie, and this guy here. This guy could have eaten the collie that I got. Anyway, so that's it for now. So I can't leave it at that one fish video. Have I ever done that? No. And now's not the time to start either. So the next time I turn on the camera, we're going to be either here or somewhere else, and hopefully catching more fish. So stay tuned, fish heads. It's all about to kick off. Yeah. So welcome to this portion of the video, right? It is 2 days later, one cod down. Very good. But I have run out of fish, and now the hunt must continue. I've never fished here before, and hopefully I can get in somewhere around here, right? Maybe, hopefully, the other side of this hill here, because that's where the water's deepest there. It's 18 to 22 meters. It's just about golden kind of land. It's got that contrast between not shallow but not deep, right? I like it. It's a place where small fish hang out and big fish feel comfortable too. This is where I'm going to fish. What am I going to catch? I'll settle for a cod. I would love a pollock, and I would really love a halibut, but yeah, wouldn't we all? You catch them when you catch them, right? Yes, this is the area. Still Lofoten. Still having a blast. It's been hard going since I got here. The weather has been horrifically sunny, right? And high pressure is horrifically sunny in Norway. It doesn't matter what the tide is. If you're a shore angler and you're trying to catch something during the middle of the day, you're done, right? Early in the morning, not that great either, but you do stand a chance in the night. It doesn't really matter. It is still daylight, kind of, but that is where you're going to catch a fish. And if you persist, you will generally catch something quite good. That's what happened the other night. We'll get on with some fishing after I introduce you to the gear, right? On the lighter of the two rods, I have a 5,000, I call it the Foo Fighter. It's a reel I put together myself. It's got 20-pound 8-strand main line, and it's got a 40-pound rubbing leader, and I'm fishing a 100-gram jig on it. One of Bill's. And the rod is the salty style from Abu, 30 to 100 grams, and you can only get that rod in Japan. This rod here is the Sniper XT at a Lure Killer 6,000, 35-pound main line, 8-strand, 80-pound leader, 100-gram jig. Okay, so we get onto the mark and we start the fishing. So I can indeed fish here, and this is what it looks like. You ready for this? Bada boom! Fantastic. Look at that. If there is a pollock in here, my name isn't Billy. So up my head you go. And there is like blueberries everywhere, but I have to be kind of careful here. This is a bit weird looking. We got a freshwater pond right next to the sea. It looks like it has lilies in it sometimes too. That's new, right? So it looks like we can get in here. No problem. It looks like there is a decent bit of real estate here. I'm going to start over here if I can. Yeah, it looks like a nice little mark there. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, this is it. And no detritus from other anglers either. This is definitely a good sign. This place here looks a bit dodgy. I'm going to put a cast in here. Easier to land a fish. Yes. So this is just a quick tip for people new to the sport. If you're targeting a rock mark, your instinct might be to arrive at high water because there's the most water to fish and everything else, but just a tip, come at low water, and that way you can assess where all the snags are, or most of them. And also, it also gives you, it gives you access to deeper water as well. So, top tip. Okay, so we get a cast in. Is it first cast fish? Let's find out. So we got the jig in. 100 gram jig, down it goes. That's roughly 20 meters of water. And it's shooting on down. And it has not been scoffed by anything yet. Very disappointing. So we're down. So, is it first cast fish? I'm saying it is. So I always find it's best here, like nearly always, right? Just as the tide is starting to rise from low. There we go. There we go, first cast fish. Oh, he's off, damn. Just as the tide is starting to rise from low, or just before it hits low water. If you try that again, that guy was eager. Somebody might have it yet though. Right, nice bit of water here. Will I try it again for the same guy? Yes, I will, because they're pretty dumb. Oh, he had a good go with that, yeah. Ripped that to shreds. Nice. He only had the plastic, he didn't have the hook, unfortunately. If you try him one more time, since he didn't feel the hook, he will go for it again. Yep. Oh. Small fish, I reckon. Can't get Bill's 7-0 into their face. Right, I'm going to try one round with the heavy setup on the slow jig. See if that can get a response out of the fish or not. Okay. Yes, here we go. 100 gram slow jig that I printed myself. 6-0 assists. So this is the setup right now. Let's get one in. So we let it shoot down. See if it gets me a fishy. Are they into the slow jigs today, or is there just no fish here? Tell you what, the fishing has been pretty tough this time around in Lofoten, but it has been well over a decade since I've been here last, and I suppose the fishing has suffered some. Right, I'm going to get this in. One more time up the middle, and then we'll move along a little bit. Okay, onwards. Right, let's see what we got going. There's a little platform right by the rich guy's house. Right, let's see if we can get in there. So here we are. So here I am, and we're still fishing into 20 meters of water. I could cast from there to here, but the jig might not necessarily pass the fish at the same angle as it would here as it did over there, right? Although it's just a few feet, it presents the bait in a different way. Sometimes that's the whole thing about moving a few feet, right? We're not aware of what's down there, what the fish are sitting behind or whatever. There could be a gully or something, or a rock that's in the way just there, and the fish might not have even seen the lure. So that's my point anyway. So see if we can get a fish. So this is something I've been working on. It's a squid jig. Have I caught fish on it yet? No. And I've always wanted to see the action on it. It looks like a squid. It looks like the way a squid moves. And that's what I was going for. So yeah, I'm very happy with that. I would prefer a little bit of a flutter, but the retrieve and the escape is excellent. So I think fish should be all over that. I think this is good. I think it's going to work. I could never actually test the action on it before. I only came up with it last year, and it didn't produce for me because I was fishing it on bad days. But they cast well. And I think they're going to catch me fish. Is this going to be the first fish on this jig? Definitely going to catch me fish. Definitely. Okay. So I'm swimming this somewhere between a soft plastic and a metal jig, since it is very confused about what it actually is. And I don't want to lose it, so I want to see what it goes like when it's moving. I don't have a test tank, alright, this is all done in my imagination. Here it comes. Right, I'm going to have a quick look around the corner. You lot can stay here. I'll be back in a minute. So there's a pretty good ledge around there, and I'm going to move there now. I don't like the look of this place. There's no fish here anyway. So, see you over there. This is where we are now, right? But these are the ledges I spoke of. On a second glance, they might not be as hospitable as I first thought, because there's no room to get the rod tip down, right? You can still fish from there, but I'm going to fish from up here. Pretty sure the gaff will reach, and if not, I can just scramble down there and get the fish. Right, okay, I'm going to start with the light setup again, and the rich guys can watch me from their balcony as I catch my dinner, and they're having escargot and beluga caviar and such delicacies. I want cod and potatoes. Yeah. So here we go. Is it first? Cast fish here. Okay. Right. Down it goes. If it catches Billy, lunch and dinner, nobody knows. There's got to be a pollock living along that thing. Yeah, I hope you can see this, but there's like a sheer wall just there because of this stuff. And I bet you bacon that there's a pollock down along that. And this is still going. The charts are wildly wrong as usual. So we're down now. Right. If these things kill, I'm going to make a big dose of them for next season. There we go. The little guy's having a go at it. I think it's a 7.0 BKK on it, so I'm going to have some troubles. I've no interest in small fish, okay? This is Norway. I didn't come here to catch tiddlers. So I'm going to try and get it in as close to that shelf as I can, because I got a bit of elevation here that I can work that jig past it, and that's a rare thing sometimes. Just a couple more twitches, I'll be in the zone, I reckon. Right. Oh, well dodgy. When I stop, okay, that's a little bit close for me. Oh, we're in the mud. Oh, that was close. Okay, we'll try out over this way. Testing lures as well as trying to do a video at the same time. That's a great idea, Billy. Yeah. You big idiot. Can the tide please start to flow, please? Oh, there we go. Yeah, we're in. Ah. Oh. We're not in Dinkertown again, am I? What can I say? The tides are kind of diverse here in Lofoten. What you see on your tide apps is not what's actually happening. There we go. we're in. Does it work? Yes, it does, and it's a decent fish as well. Ah! We got lunch or dinner or both. Oh yeah. Okay. Prototype jig as well. Oh, it's a big fish. Get up here. Stay away from there. There he comes. Oh, you see him? Oh, what is it? It's a pollock, isn't it? Whoa. Oh lordy. Oh, it's a pollock. Yes, of course it is. Oh, it's a beast as well. Yeah, this is gonna get well dodgy. We'll bring El Gaffo. That's my dinner. Hope it doesn't escape. Okay. Whew. Is it a double though? That is the question. Oh yes it is. No. The reel is out of gear. This is why you put the reel out of gear, if anybody was wondering. Oh, he's off. You saw the fish get off, that's because the gaff parted. Okay. And now the end of it's in the sea. But I did manage to retrieve the fish. And I did that with a popper. Fortunately, I do keep topwater lures with treble hooks on them. They do have their uses, and that is the ability just to grab anything. That's their only endearing quality. So I'll just show you what size the fish is at first, right? It is, let's just say, it is 70, can you see? It is 77, just say 77 centimeters. And I'm going to give it a weight between 8, 9, something like that. Yes, nice. But I have my dinner, right? And the fish didn't go to waste. I can get a new gaff head. All right, I'll get you a proper look at him. Well, I'm going with 8, 9, right? That's him there, lovely fish. So these are the tools I acquired in Japan. This is a Nikijime spike, and that's a Nikijime wire. And I'm going to dispatch this fish in the Japanese tradition of Ikejime. If you'd like to see a video on how to do that, it's both flatfish and roundfish. I will link it in the description. So that is the first fish on my experimental jig. Does it work? Yes, it does, because it got bitten a whole bunch of times before that Leviathan inhaled it, right? Yes, it does work. Well, what you see here today has taken place over like a few hours, right? This guy was caught right down the edge of this here, and I had to crank on him to get him up there. That's really the reason why I use the tackle I do, right? It is because the lures are also heavy, but you could catch that fish on a light lure. Actually, the jig I caught it on was actually 60 grams, and that's just light tackle fishing here in Norway. But to bully a fish up a kelp ledge, you're not going to do it with a 60-70 gram rod. No, you're not. Or an 80 gram rod. No, you're not. You're not going to take that guy up that cliff. You might get away with it once or twice, but if you don't know the area, you're better off just going in with guns blazing, right? If you want to catch something, that is. I'm sorry, but I'm reluctant to put the jig in the video because I have noticed some of the components and tackle that I have developed over the years on this channel is now being sold by other tackle developers, and I get nothing for it. And they haven't approached me, they've approached everybody else, because why buy the cow if you're getting the milk for free? Yes, that's the deal there, right? So unfortunately, it's really put the brakes on my channel. I wanted to show you so much more, but I was a little bit naive, I suppose. I hope you liked it. I'm Billy. This is Billy in Lofoten. Wherever you are in the world, remember, I'll see you on the beach. Bye.